Welcome to another episode of Bravo and Blaze. I'm your host, Jenny Blaze, and today we've got a special guest who has checked in and checked out of Bravo's Love Hotel. Please allow me to introduce Wale Alesh. Hi,
Hi
Wale.
guys.
How are you?
Hi Jenny, I'm good.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to have you on. I have so many questions. I want to
Mm.
get into what it's really like behind the scenes, what the cameras didn't show,
Yeah,
and what you think about Bravo's very first dating show now that it's
sure.
over. First, I want to ask, how did you end up on Love Hotel?
Very random. I was DM'd by someone and they asked me if I wanted to be on the show, da da da. And I'm just like, no, this is a scam. I don't even answer it. Like I don't answer the DM. I'm just like, this can't be real. I don't know what this is.
No
And so
way.
the person DMs again, like shortly after, maybe like 3 weeks again, like I really think this would da da da. And so, tech background, me, I go do all my Google searches. I go figure out who this person is. I go on their LinkedIn. Yeah, so and then I found out it's legit. It's legit. It's this company called Shed
Oh,
Media, and they're one of
yeah.
the people that, cast a lot of the big shows. So I say, okay, cool. I'm not thinking I'm actually gonna be on the show. So I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. So
Oh
I
my
start
God,
having a
that
bunch of interviews, and before I know it, I'm living in Los Cabos for a month. Like that's literally how it
Oh
all
my
went.
gosh, that is so wild. So,
Yeah.
like, did somebody refer you? Did they even tell
No.
you how they found
So
you?
I asked because I was curious. I'm like, what
Yeah,
about my page told you that I
yeah,
would be good on a react? Like, what about it? And she's just
yeah.
like, no, it's just based on like your style and stuff. And, like we think you would match with this particular person. Obviously, they're not going to tell me who the person is. So we don't know, but they have the information of at this point, Ashley's information and think that, I would be a good match for her. That's basically how they determined it. I don't know how, but
I was thinking they were trying to match you with Shannon Bedore.
I love Shannon. Shannon was so sweet to me on that show. Like all the women were really like, I don't know if it was some motherly bond, auntie bond, but they all was just so kind to me all the time, always checking in on me. Giselle
They
was
did. They
amazing,
loved
like
you.
all of them, sweet. Luann, like I created friendships with like everyone on the cast, even the guys. Like I just got really close with everybody, so it was fun.
That's amazing. That's actually what I wanted to ask too. Are you still friends with anyone from the
Yeah,
cast? Who was your best friend? Are you
yeah,
still
yeah.
close to any of the
So
women?
believe it or not, Ralph and I were one of the coolest, like closest on the show for the majority of it, for sure.
Oh my
We
gosh.
rode together on set together. We met each other at the airport. We got there together. Me and him was like more of the like mellow, chill type of guys. So we instantly connected. Obviously, they're not gonna show us being friends on the show. It messes it
Yeah.
up. But
Yeah.
we were like really, it was me and Ralph. And then the guys that I'm still cool with now is Jay and Jason. Like we actually hang out. Like I visited them, they visit me. Uh,
Oh.
all the guys were in a group chat. We still communicate. I think it's trauma bonding or something.
Probably.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Well, what were your first impressions when you actually got there?
When I first got there, I was like, what am I doing here? I was like so much younger than everyone. I just couldn't understand. Like they didn't give me the background as to who I was meeting. So the age differential is like shocking to me when I get there. Not in a bad way. It's just like, what's my place here? I don't understand. Everyone is like 50 plus, right? You know what I'm saying? My mom is 59 or something. So it's just like, oh wow, I didn't I was just like, okay. So then
They
when I
didn't
saw
tell
Ashley,
you.
I
You
saw
didn't
Ashley
know.
walk out. Yeah, I was like, oh, it was so instant why you brought me here. There was no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it now. Like, okay, okay. But
Oh
you got
my
to think
God.
when I first got there, I'm just with the men. We don't meet the women. So I'm there for almost a week before we even meet the women. So
Oh
yeah.
wow. So did the group of guys already form a bond? And was it everyone? Because they like start to trickle in
So
other people
I
later
don't know
on.
how they determine who's going first or who's going last. I'm sure somebody in a room is like, but you meet. I didn't meet everyone, but you see some of the men, but you don't know what time they're coming in or any of that.
Okay.
You don't know who's going first. The show day comes, then you get about 2 days with the original cast. So the original cast of men had like maybe 2 or 3 days to just hang out before we even met the women. It's just us.
Oh.
And so you get really cool with the guys because these are the only people you could talk to. You can't leave. You can't, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, what did you guys do?
Me, I just worked out a lot. It was like they had a nice gym there. They had this kiwi drink. It's like a natural kiwi blend. This guy Hector, shout out to Hector. He used to take care of us in the morning, give us some breakfast, and that's what we did. We just ate, worked
You just
out,
had
and
a
chatted.
vacation, pretty
It was a
much?
vacation,
Oh my
literally.
God,
Yeah, it was
that
nice.
is
A nice
amazing.
vacation, mind you. That place is beautiful.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you watch any dating shows before you went on this show?
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen some dating shows. I've seen Love is Blind for sure.
Oh,
I've watched Love Island, not in its entirety, but enough clips and random
yeah,
to like I
you
feel like I
get it.
watched it.
Yeah.
What's the other one when they get
I actually don't watch dating shows.
huh?
Well, I didn't before this show. And I
Got
was
you.
like, oh God, because they like make me cringe really hard
They're
and
very
like
cringy.
oh, it's like painful for me. And I must have like some romantic trauma from my past that I haven't like healed yet or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
But like, I like physically can't stand it. But I
yeah.
forced myself. I was like, you know what? I'm doing this for the girls. I watched
Yeah,
Bravo's Love Hotel and I loved it. I was like, this is so hilarious. It wasn't so much about like the dating, but like, we know these four women. Like, I
yeah.
got Luann right here behind me.
She's so sweet. I went to one of her shows. Like I'm really cool with like a lot of them. So I went to one of her shows. She's like a
Was it
rock star.
fun?
Like, the crowd knows all her
I love
songs.
her.
They love her. She's lovable though.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Isn't that wild that that's like what she does now?
Yes.
No, but I was really surprised that I love this show so much because we know them in a different capacity.
Got you.
We know, like, we've seen them have relationships on their shows, but
Yep.
never like focused on them dating or getting to know people. So I'm like, oh my God, this explains a lot about all of these
And
people.
what would you say the difference was, from them being, because I still haven't got to see shows in entirety. When I came back, I watched some of Ashley's stuff so I could understand some of her
Yeah.
behavior. But
Yeah.
like I never knew anything about it. Like what's the difference between them and their respective shows and like being on
Yeah, so like Shannon, okay? Shannon is notoriously a mess when it comes to
Okay.
relationships. And so seeing her pick Earl over and over again after all these like red flags, it made
Ah,
so much sense. I'm like, this is why Shannon has had these issues because she won't stop. Like, to me, what I noticed, I feel like Shannon trauma bonded with Earl, and
okay.
that made her want to stick it out with him. Like
Okay.
that tiny connection over trauma bonding
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
what kept Shannon so loyal. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like
And
this,
to be fair, not even to negate, some of their issues, I think over the course of 30 days, they had far more better times
oh, that's
than
good.
their poor times. It's just that's what's highlighted, right? It's
Yeah.
interesting. So they're gonna just that's it. But their relationship was like beautiful to watch.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But they have their moments, but every moment they had is what's on TV. So you know what I mean? Like it's just unfortunate.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people were saying, like, oh my gosh, Earl is basically Shannon. Like everything
I can
turns
see it.
into like a very dramatic moment. And like
Yeah.
that's why they kept trauma bonding together because it was all like very like, oh my gosh, this is so much. And
And they both been through a lot in life, but I got to spend so much time with, Earl and Shannon both. Earl's really a nice dude. I'm not, he had his
that's
moments
good.
for sure, but he's nice. He's nice. I can't lie. He's just a nice guy. It's just unfortunate how that played out, but I don't think that's like indicative of who he is. It just.
Yeah, we only see like a small portion on the
Yeah,
shows.
for sure.
So, did you think that Shannon and Earl should have continued their relationship? And are you surprised that they're not together anymore?
So to be fair, you don't actually know what's going on with everyone like while you're there. You
Hmm.
just get glimpses, because you're dealing with your own stuff over here, right?
Right,
So
right.
they're filming somewhere else you don't truly know. So based off like how happy I would see them, I would say yes. Obviously they have their moments, but I get to see more of the smiles and the laughter. So I'm thinking, all right, this makes sense. And I didn't even see some of the stuff that you saw, right? I'm seeing
Yeah.
that for the first time too. So I got to see a lot more of the happy time. So I don't know. They lasted for a little bit after the show. So I'm not sure.
I
I don't
wonder
know the
if,
details of their relationship.
yeah, I know that they finished filming their next season for Shannon's
Mhm.
show, so we might see Earl on that show.
Oh,
I don't know.
most likely, for sure. Yeah, for sure he's in there. He gotta be.
So, since the show has aired,
Yep.
has your life changed in any way? Like, it doesn't have to be huge or anything, but maybe something small. Has anyone come up to you and like said, "You look familiar"?
Yeah. So my life hasn't changed at all. Like zero change. Maybe 2,000 more followers or something like that. Very light type of energy, but people do notice me, and it's funny because millions of people know your name. So like it's not even a hi, it's Wale. And I'm like, and then we do this look, and then I know that they're talking about Love Hotel. I don't know how I can tell now. Like it's just like, and like, oh my God, I loved you on the show. And it's usually like older white women. And so it's really new for me to have older white women just calling my name. Wale. I don't like,
Those
so
are white women.
it's fun. It's
That is
unique.
hilarious.
Yesterday I was in a restaurant with some friends, and this older woman, she has to probably be like 70, comes by, she just stares at me for a second, does a little head tilt, and then I know, and she's like, Wale, and I'm like, yes ma'am.
No. Oh
Yeah,
my God, that is so
yeah, it's
funny.
fun, it's fun, it's definitely
So,
fun.
when you decided to go on this show,
Yeah.
what did you think about the concept? And did you have like some kind of strategy, or were you just like,
No,
I'm gonna
so
chill?
as much as I could say, they keep everything obscure. Like you don't
Yeah.
you don't know the rundown, you don't know it. They want natural reaction, I'm assuming. So
Yeah.
they don't tell you anything. They don't tell you who you're meeting, when you're meeting them. It's just today, put this type of outfit on, you're meeting the girls. Like, and you don't know
Mhm.
who it is. You know what I mean? I knew they say it's like women of a certain caliber, like these are famous women. Well, that's all you know, but you don't know who it is. So the first time I get there and I'm on the balcony and I'm looking down, I'm just like, what am I doing here? That's like instantly, like this doesn't make any sense. And then
Yeah.
I see Ashley and I'm like, oh, she's so pretty. Okay, I know why I'm here. Mine was so easy. Like there was no figuring it out. It was either you and Ashley work out or you're gone. Like there's no, everyone else had the opportunity to maybe, meet other people. My guy Ralph met everybody, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like me, it was
Ralph was
like,
passed around.
yeah, like me, it was like that's why in like my confession I said Ashley a bus. It wasn't because I came there for Ashley. It was because this is the only person I could be interested in. If not, we're just gonna be like a bunch of friends and we'll hang out and have a nice vacation.
Yeah, which wouldn't be too bad, right?
It wouldn't. It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
So, who surprised you the most on the cast?
Of men or the women?
Either.
For the women, I would say Luann. I didn't think we was gonna like be so cool the way we were. She's like so worldly, like she just has
Yeah.
like a lot of like knowledge. She's so romantic. Like you can see
Yes.
in the episode, like write her a note, do that. Like she literally would talk to me like that every day, like teaching me,
Oh,
romance. Like it
I
was fun.
love
So
that.
that was a relationship I wouldn't have thought would happen. You know what I mean? Even on camera, you're surprised. Oh, these two would really get along, like a real deal, instant. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So
Yeah.
you didn't, do you know anything about Luann's history
I
on
don't. I
Bravo?
still don't know anything about Luann's history.
Okay, can I give you a brief rundown so you
Okay.
get it?
Yeah.
Okay, for us, we've watched her for many years, and we were introduced to Luann as Countess Luann de Lesseps because
Okay.
she was married to a count, and she was very, prestigious and almost people would say she was kind of a snob. There was like one scene when she first came on the show where one of her friends, Bethany Frankel, I'm sure
Yep.
you probably know who that is, she was talking to their driver in New York City in a scene, and I guess she referred to Luann as Luann to the
Yeah.
driver, and Countess was like, darling, you don't refer to me with my first name. I am Countess. Like, very like stuck up on this high horse.
Yeah.
And that's how she was for like a couple seasons. But then she
Yeah.
got divorced. Her husband divorced her, and she kind of had this like crash out, a long,
Mm.
drawn out crash out. She has a mugshot now because she was battling alcohol issues and she got arrested for like I don't know, something happened with her and a cop. And so she got humbled. And there's
Mm.
even scenes of her in the car. She's like, I've been to prison. Like, it was a big
Well,
crash, right?
yep,
So it was kind of interesting to see from a fan perspective. We're like, oh my God, she was like sticking her nose up and then she
yeah,
comes down, but then she like would go back up to kind of being the countess and like being very condescending towards people. Like when she
yep,
quit drinking, she's like, oh, you're drinking? And people will be like, yeah, I'm drinking,
right, right,
Luann.
right.
But even though she's had this like roller coaster,
Yep,
you said it before. You saw her at her show. People love her.
you really
She's
do.
been at the top, went to the bottom, back to the top, and like she genuinely, to me, in my eyes, in my opinion, she seems to be living her most authentic life right
Absolutely.
now. And I truly love it. And that's why I have a cardboard cutout of Luann. I
Mhm.
got her mugshot on a t-shirt. I'm like,
T-shirt.
this is symbolic
Gotcha.
because it's a reminder that we can all be up here or think we're up here, but
Yep.
things can come crashing down at
Well,
any
the
moment.
version of her I met, I absolutely love, and she was so kind to me, like all the time. So,
That's great. I love Luann. I love
me
all of them. What did you think about Giselle?
and Giselle instantly was like this. Once she started testing me on the couch the first episode, I think that's what she does. She likes to see if you
Yeah.
can like keep up with her banter. And once I
Yeah.
passed her test, we were like, all the time. Like obviously they're not gonna show it on the show so it doesn't look romantic or something, but like
Yeah.
we would always key joke. Like that's really like that's the one I got along like every day. Like we laughing. We because you can see the confessionals, like I'm always joking. So she's someone that jokes too. So it was fun. It was fun.
So what do you know about Giselle and like
I
her
don't know
image?
anything, and I almost think I like it that way. Like
No,
I've
I like it that
accept
way too.
I've
It's
accepted everybody for the person that I met on the show. Like that
yeah.
is the relationship and I think that was probably refreshing for them as well. Like
Oh yeah.
well, a
Cause
bunch
they
of men that don't know you, like I'm just
hell
accepting you
yeah.
for how you're presenting yourself to me. I don't know a bunch of history. I know you're successful, that's it, but I don't know anything, right? And when you're there for a month you almost forget that they're famous women. Like they just become
Yeah.
your friends. Like this is
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I
So
get that. So can I tell you something about Giselle?
yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if this is still ongoing, but she has a podcast called Reasonably Shady.
A very good podcast. Just got 10
Yes.
million downloads recently.
Well, Eminem, Marshall Mathers' daughter, has her own podcast called Just a Little Shady or something like that.
Okay.
And, it's a play on Slim Shady and all
Mhm.
that. When she set up her podcast, she went to go trademark the name and everything. Giselle and Robin went to go trademark after Just a Little Shady because they
Okay.
wanted to sell merch. So Eminem sued them and said they can't do that because like it's too confusing to people. People are gonna
He's not gonna win that.
I don't know what the status is, but when I saw that, I'm like, no way. Eminem is going after
Right.
Giselle and Robin.
Wow.
That was so nuts to me. But
Crazy.
I don't know what the current status is. I just thought that was so
Wow, I
funny.
didn't know that. Interesting. Well, reasonably shady is still on, it's still going. So
Yeah.
I,
Well, I'm just like, I don't want him. I hope he doesn't win. I'm like, are you
right.
kidding me?
Like leave her
Really?
alone. Leave her
Yeah,
alone.
like
Stop.
these two single mothers are trying to have a podcast. Like, come
Right, right,
on.
right.
I'm mad at Eminem for that.
No one's confusing the two. Trust me, they're not.
So I have a question about Ashley.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of about somebody else.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Ashton?
No.
Ashton, last name of Pussy. It's Ashley's drag name, her
Oh
drag
no.
king name.
I didn't even know she did drag until like recently. Like I saw like a clip. There's so much stuff I did not know. You know what I
I
mean?
know, I love her. I love telling you.
I, just- I like saw that recently. I mean, that's
Wait, did
cool.
you see her performance as Ashton on the
No.
show? You need to go watch that.
As
It
Ashton?
Yes.
Okay,
You're
I'll
gonna
watch that.
feel weird about it because you're gonna be like, oh my God, she's so hot, but she's dressed like a man. And it's like
I didn't know
Ashley,
she did drag.
it's Ashley in a nutshell. Like, it's so Ashley.
I'm not too surprised though. You know, she loves her gays and gals, like she always talked
Yeah.
about on the show. So, you know.
Yeah, no, I love Ashton. That's
That's
actually
that's one of the things that makes her enjoyable too, is that she's so fun. Like, you know what I mean? She's just
she
down for
is.
it. So, you know.
My
I
one of my goals at Bravocon 2025 in
you're going?
November. Yeah, I'm going.
Okay.
One of my goals is to make out with Ashton. Manifesting, crossing my fingers.
How likely do you think that is to happen? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 is happening. 1, I'm
You
getting
know,
kicked out.
10, I'm gonna give it a 10 on the scale of I think the opportunity
Will present
could,
itself?
yeah, would present itself. I just don't know if like I could execute because I'll probably freeze up. I'll be like, oh my God, I like
Yeah, I did
made
the
this
same thing,
happen.
you know. That's funny.
So what else about Ashley? Are you guys speaking now? What's your status?
Yeah, so this show was a long time ago. So Ashley and I, after the show, we were still cool. We would text, chat. Obviously, they show my text on it, but we would still kiki. We would laugh. Like we're cool. Ashley's cool. Like we I would say I'll
Good.
say we're friends. Like we're cool. Yeah.
So would you ever consider continuing to pursue her in a romantic way?
I can't answer that question. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a yes.
yeah.
Wait, they're filming right now for
Hmm.
Potomac.
Yeah.
Are we going to see you on Potomac?
You may or you may not. I don't know.
You
You guys
can't
gonna have
tell us.
you have to tune in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I could be there. I could be there as a friend. I could be there. I don't, I could not be there.
Oh my
You just gonna
God.
have to tune in. Shout out to Real Housewives of Potomac. I love Ashley. I love some Gizelle. They cool.
Oh my gosh, we need an appearance from you.
Right. This is what I keep hearing. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay, so I asked my audience for some questions for you. Near
Yep.
Nothing asked if Ashley picked you, what was the plan for long distance and how long before it would have been cool for you to meet her kids?
It's not truly long distance from where I live. I mean technically, but it's an hour flight. It's
You're
really
in Rhode
easy.
Island, right?
I've been in DC a few times since the show for other stuff as well. It's really quick. Even when I've recently went to do some stuff for like Giselle's stuff, I was there for like 17 hours in and out. Like, you know what I mean? It's a quick. And as far as meeting children, I think that's the discernment of the parent. I wouldn't quantify a time. That's like when the mom feels it's okay for you to meet their children or you don't meet them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think that's a mother's decision, a parent's decision. I wouldn't even
Would
like
you
think.
say no if someone
If someone said to meet their kids,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I think kids are amazing. Like I have my niece here, like they're so loving and innocent. Like, I guess what would be the introduction as? Is this my boyfriend, my husband, or you're just introducing them to a man? You know what I mean? Like, there's no harm in that.
Say hi to daddy.
You're
Just
right. Your new one, like what? That's crazy. But yeah, I
oh
don't I
my
don't
gosh.
put him in. It's cool.
That would be messed up. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Max, I already asked you this question, but Max asked if we will see you on Potomac. You already said we gotta
No,
watch,
don't
right?
know. You guys gotta watch. I may or may not be. That's all I can say.
We already talked about this. Thoughts on Earl and Shannon's relationship. Oh, okay, here's one that we didn't talk about. Would you return to Love Hotel season 2?
I have this thing where I just don't say no to things anymore. Like it would depend how I feel at the moment because I thought I would never do a reality television show, right? And you know, granted, some of the stuff didn't go the way I would think. I thought like my personality was highlighted pretty well on the show, so it was not a bad experience. So, if they ask me again, I'd consider it. I don't know if it's yes or if I never end up on reality TV again, I'm perfectly fine. If if an opportunity presents itself, I would also consider it too. Like that's kind of how I am. But I have
Yeah.
no desire to be famous. Like I don't.
What does famous even mean
Right,
anymore?
right. What is it?
You know, you're an IT director with all our technology. It's like, what is life anymore?
what is it? I don't know. You know what I mean? If it comes with a big old check, maybe I don't know. But like I have no desire to be like a famous person. I never had.
Okay. I think you already answered this. Would you go on any other dating reality show?
I would go on a reality show more than I would go on a dating reality show.
Oh, really?
So like Traders, that's on the network as well.
That's my favorite
That
show.
would be fun to me. I would enjoy it. You know
I
what I
I want to like I would pay to go play the traders without the cameras.
mean?
Like I want to play.
Right.
I
I'm
feel like
like,
they should be building castles everywhere. Why
like
aren't we
that looks
doing this?
fun. That
That's
looks fun.
so
That looks
fun,
fun.
right? I would rather do that for a week on vacation than like anything else.
Like, yeah, they could totally get me to do that. I'd be like, yeah, let's do
Right?
that. That looks fun. That looks
Oh
fun.
my God, I love
But
that
the
show.
dating on TV, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's an
Yeah.
emotionally taxing thing. Especially if it's your first time in front of cameras. It's like there's certain things that you wouldn't, you know, naturally just think would be difficult to do on camera. Like kissing somebody,
I
like
was
for your
gonna
first,
ask.
like it's like what?
I just rewatched the first episode and I forgot that you walked Ashley to her room and didn't kiss her and then wound up going back. Did production make you do that? That was all you?
It was me.
Okay, good.
Um,
What
so
happened?
to be fair, like obviously I froze that we could just accept that, but there was so many things going on in my head. One, I don't even know if she wants me to kiss her. Like you guys can tell because the way it's edited and you can see her thought process, but I literally met you like 24 hours ago.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
even someone that unless I know that you want me to do something, I'm not gonna do it. Imagine me leaning in for a kiss and she like turned her head away. That episode goes from he's so sweet to ill creep. Like
You got in your head too much.
I'm like, look, I don't know. I can't tell. My friends were like, why? You couldn't tell. She was rubbing your shoulder. I was like, bro, I couldn't tell. I
Oh
wasn't
my
sure. And
gosh,
if I'm not
that's
sure, I'm
funny.
out of there. Like that's it.
Yeah, I guess I told you that this is the first dating show that I like
Yeah.
really watch, but now I'm watching Love Island and I'm like, have you ever watched you've seen clips, but have you seen like their challenges? They have
When they
to
have
like
to kiss,
make
they gotta kiss
out.
like seven people.
Oh
It's
my
a
God.
lot. It's a lot.
It's so gross. The last challenge, they were like
Decorum.
spitting
You know what I mean? Like
milk. No, it's I'm like, what is this? This is psychotic. They're spitting milk in each other's
yeah,
mouths. I
it's
couldn't even
it's
watch it.
wild. And I'm pretty sure they got a sign to do all that type of stuff. It's wild, man.
So
I guess it makes
gross.
great TV, but I wouldn't do it. That's a lot.
No, I would not, definitely not do one of those kind of dating shows. If it was like Love Hotel was like chill on it
And Love
wasn't like,
Hotel was also chill because, you can keep your devices. You also had time to like
oh, yeah.
be by like if you're shooting for a lot amount of time, you have time when you're not shooting. And then the cameras are off of you. Where in these other shows, the camera's on you the whole time. You
Yeah.
can't have your phone. I know Love Island, you can have your phone on Saturday or something like that, but throughout the week you can't talk on the phone. You're just isolated. You know what I mean? It's like
And it's
a
almost real time and people are voting.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. That is like a psychological experiment
Experiment,
that they're doing to people, and we're watching it for entertainment. But you'll never be the same after a show like that.
right? That's like
You're
too
just
much
not.
for
You're
me.
not gonna be.
Way
I
too
know
much
there's
for me.
been impacts of me just being on that show too. Like on the show that I was, and it wasn't nearly as, you know,
No,
complex as like a Love
no.
Island. So
Yeah. I mean, I think of like like not normal, but like the regular reality shows. I actually
yeah,
think those are the hardest because the fandom and the people watching, they feel like they have some kind of entitlement into your personal life
yeah,
and they will comment on everything you share. And that's including like your family,
it's
your
true. It's true.
children, your job. Like people in the fandom get too crazy. So for that reason, I don't think I would ever do a show like that. But a game,
It seems
yes.
so fun. Yeah. And
Especially if
then,
there's a
even,
prize.
yeah. And then when you talk about fandom, like when I think about this show, like we got off so easy. Nobody cares about us. Like the show is about the women, right? Obviously, there's some people that, are memorable, but I keep telling everybody my 15 minutes is gonna be up in like a week. Everybody gonna forget about me. So it's like that show is really just about the women, and we were just like ancillary figures as part of their show. But like you can even tell
That's
by like,
true.
Bravo doesn't tag you in anything. Like it's just like it's like
I
thank,
didn't
thank you guys.
know. Like,
No,
okay,
no
moving along.
reunion, no reunion, no like you guys, all right, it's been cool. Have a nice life. Like
Yeah,
literally.
I'm surprised they didn't have a reunion. I mean, I'm not surprised. I kind of wish they had something at least small.
Right, right. It's just like you guys go. Thank you. Thank you for the first season. We're gonna make season two way better. Thank you guys for being the guinea pigs and it's been cool.
Well, I think they should bring you back. I don't see any reason not to bring you back. The only reason would be maybe because, like, now you know Bravo,
And it won't be interesting.
but
What
there's
made
gonna be new people coming
Yeah,
on.
but I think what made it so interesting is that we had no idea what this world was. Even me being
True.
super authentic on that show was also because I wasn't familiar with editing and how things. I'm just like, look, I don't know what they're gonna do, so I can only be myself. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
come here trying to create a character. I just look. I'm gonna answer these questions. I'm gonna act how I would act in life. That's it.
Well,
I don't,
that's why I
you know
think
what I
we
mean?
love
So I'm not
you.
sure. I'm not sure. If I went back, now I'm too aware of things. Like,
Yeah, that's true. And I say that about these shows too. Like
yeah.
first season reality stars are way different than them in their 10th season.
And it doesn't, and to be fair, you might even be better in your 10th season because you also know what the audience likes, right? You know
Mhm.
what parts of yourself to highlight. Like, if I went on a show again, I would realize like people like my little jokes. Like, I didn't know that. And so that would be something that I would like say more of. They're in my head. I just keep them to myself. But,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I like that you're self-aware in that
for
way
sure.
because a lot of people who go on reality TV are not, and
Yeah.
they think that we don't know that like we know what they're up to. Like it's very
Yeah.
obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'm glad that you have like a good head on your
And I
shoulders.
think to be fair, obviously they don't show too much of me and Ashley's relationship. It just shows that I'm madly in love with her one day, and then that's it. But we got to spend like a lot of time together. So my path was kind of easy in the beginning because we got along for real. Like we didn't have to like act. Like you can see
Hmm.
the genuine chemistry there.
Hmm.
Like, we just got along for real. So it
Yeah.
didn't make it difficult. I could imagine if I didn't like her at all, like how would I do this? Like I would just be like, yeah, you guys got to just send me home because you're not going to just be making out. Like I can't do it.
Well, I think Ashley is very likable. Like
Hmm.
I could see them falling in love with her. The thing with Ashley, though, is now that, like I said with Shannon, when we
Yeah.
see her dating, I'm like, oh my God, now I know why she's been in these situations. Same with Ashley. I'm like, oh my God, Ashley, you're picking the wrong person,
And
just
you know
like you
what's
did
also unique to
before.
watch back, it's like, she would constantly almost like request so much of me, right? Where my guy Ralph didn't have to do anything because you just liked him like that. You know what I mean? So it's indicative of life. Like if someone's trying to make you go through hoops, they're really not that into you like that.
Oh, well, I do wish you love in the future. What is your current dating status?
I'm single, I guess, dating. Hopefully my wife watched that show, and then I meet her in some magical place and she's like, "Oh, I remember you." And I'll
Like
be
on
like,
a
"Oh,
podcast?
maybe. Maybe her name starts with a J. I don't know. Yeah, it's
Nice.
possible."
Okay, I just want to ask one more question. What are you currently working on, and where can people follow and support you?
So currently, I still work in tech, but I have this festival, a massive festival called Yellow Cup Weekend. It's in multiple cities. We do about 2 to 4 thousand people. In different cities. We've been in Houston. The next one we got is coming in Providence, July 19th. And then we have Boston, August 16th. We have Salt Lake City, August 31st. And then we got Brooklyn, September 13th.
Ooh.
It's a really big festival. And so follow Yellow Cup Weekend on
Yep.
Instagram, yellowcupweekend.com. You can also follow me if you want to. You don't have to. At you first, YOWFIRST.
That's going to do it for today's episode of Bravo and Blaze. Huge thank you to Wale Alesh for pulling up and giving us a real look inside the Love Hotel experience. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're subscribed on YouTube at Jenny Blaze. Subscribe to Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you had a great time, go ahead and leave a 5-star review. Don't forget to follow at Bravo and Blaze on all social media platforms. And if you want more unfiltered tea and exclusive content, hit up patreon.com/Bravo and Blaze. You can also head to bravoandblaze.com to sign up for the newsletter or grab your very own signature Bravo and Blaze lighter. Until next time, stay lit.